Good morning. See, it's better than saying all right. Welcome to this episode. I'm Bill Snodgrass, and what we're gonna look at today is the necessity of putting in the work to go through the steps properly to get to the outcome that you're trying to get to. The context of this is we're doing lab today. We're doing lab this week. We've done so much what we call scaffolding of skills and knowledge and fundamentals. Now it's time to put some of that into operation, where they're going to weigh they're actually going to weigh how much carbon dioxide was produced by subtraction. It's a good lab. So they produce carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide escapes, and what's left behind is not carbon dioxide, and the difference in the masses. It's a good lab. It's real simple and it's safe, but there's a lot of steps, and that's the context that we're going to go through in this episode. You have got to put in the steps. Now, this is not a science video. I'm not making I made the science video actually. It's up here, so I'll put it up here. Boom, there. Go watch the virtual lab if you would like to know what I'm talking about with the carbon dioxide. But if you're not into science at all, you want to be successful in what you do in life, then this video is for you. We're going to be talking about you have to go through the steps to get from where you are to where you want to be. So that's what this video is about. Oh my goodness, it was 22 degrees coming in, just in case you're checking the weather. And they had a little, it's like almost flurries. It's so cold. So here's why we take physics and science and chemistry. So as the temperature goes down, the space between the molecules decreases, and the room for water vapor to exist between the air and gas molecules becomes smaller and smaller until the vapor, crystallizes into a snowflake and falls. And that's what was happening. It was that it had gone from, 33 degrees to 22 degrees, and just squeezed that last few drops of moisture out of the air. And literally, it is squeezing because the molecules get closer together. It was snowing, kind of. Not like, you're going to have to shovel. Did I welcome you to the episode? Let's have a great day. I'll see you in the next segment. Amazon, just so you might know, I am not in the market for a tiny little, point and shoot camera bag. I don't know why you keep suggesting that I buy one, unless you know something that I don't know, which is possible and probable. But as far as I know, you can just stop showing me the little tiny, clutch purse size camera bags for the point and shoot that I don't own. That's all. Okay, I have moved over to the science desk. I'm going to set up the science lab after, coffee time is over. So, I want to just make a quick reference back to the channel. Thank you for all the people who've been watching the Winter Wonderland spoken word cover. That did really well the first day, relative to what things on my channel usually do. So big thanks to all of you who have watched that. What did I just do to my face? Ow, why my eyes? Wow. Now I look like somebody punched me, I suppose. One of the things I've noticed, and I've been saying this for a while, is that my photography videos have a lot of evergreen quality. There's a lot of people who go back and watch the photography tutorials, and there's always an and with me, isn't there? One of the most popular ones is a plugin called Portrait Pro, and they just released a new version. And I just upgraded to the new version 18 of Portrait Pro. So you can be watching I'm going to do a quick start guide. I'm going to try to do like this is a great program. I'm going to do a quick start guide so that people who may have also just bought it for the first time, the upgrade people will know how to use it. But if you've just now bought it, more on that later. What else? 500, I mentioned that. And I always figure like the next day I'm going to come back and it's going to be like, 450. But no, thank you all 500 of you who are still subscribed. Thank you. Spread the word. It would be kind of cool to continue to grow. What else? What other kind of nonsense? Let's get back to the point of the episode. The point of the episode. So, to be successful, I'm arguing that you have to follow the steps carefully and completely, whatever the steps may be. Now, here's the first challenge with this argument. The first challenge is, do you know what the steps are? Has anyone identified these are the steps to being successful at this thing that you're trying to be successful at? There's a lot of things where I would say there are no the steps. There are lots of different the steps that got different people to where they are. You want to be a famous pop singer. Who would want that? A lot of different ways. Disney Channel. If you can be on the Disney Channel and be one of the kids who sings on the Disney Channel, that seems to be one of the ways that a lot of people, I don't know if everybody on Disney Channel becomes famous, but a lot of people on Disney Channel make it. But then there's other people who like if I understand the story correctly, Justin Bieber was like a YouTube dude and got discovered via YouTube. So those completely different methods. So step one in being successful, you can't follow the steps if you don't know what the steps are. So you're going to have to do research. You're going to have to do background research to figure out what is a success strategy for whatever it is that you're trying to be successful at. If you're in sales, I know from people who are successful salespeople, they have told me that learning their client's name and learning about them personally, rather than just having a phone number and an account number, knowing a little bit about it, when's their birthday, what kind of dog do they have, those are elements of success. So if you're going to be successful in sales using those steps, you have got to put the work in to do that. And there are systems called CMSs, I think it's client management system or contact management system, CMSs, that you can use to keep up with a lot of information. Sending a birthday card, those sorts of things. Remembering, little details about the person's life will go a long way. Now, this is not about, neither is this about air molecules, science, or sales. It's about following steps. In the science activity, there are set specific steps that you must follow. If you're going to try to put a piece of that prefab furniture together, you kind of need to follow the steps. I built something one time and I missed the step. It was like one line. It was like, here's a section, and then there's this little section, and then here's a section. And that section I missed was something like, turn it over and put the knobby thing somewhere. Because if you didn't do it then, you couldn't do it. You had to unassemble it to go back to whatever it was. I remember getting like to step 11 and going, what? Oh, I got to go back to step 4. Missed it. So following those steps, very detailed steps, follow them. All right, I'm going to step myself over here and get set up for this lab. I'll let you kind of watch that happen. We are set. Just want to comment that the time lapse. I use this wide angle lens from that newer kit, I did the little lens comparison thing in a couple videos. So I was gonna use them some more, and I did. So this was the wide angle. It seems to have pretty good optical quality, and it just kind of got enough so that I could, yeah. I am all set for today. Wait, where are my goggles? Goggles. Now I'm all set. I'm ready to. All right, we're gonna make some carbon dioxide today. Our contribution to the greenhouse gases, just a little bit. Alright, so lunchtime has arrived. I got my crackers and got some raisins today and a granola bar, just in case you wanted, to know what I was having for lunch. Also, snow, all that. So the following directions. There may not be a single path that if you do this, you will succeed. But sometimes there is. And the challenge, I feel like, for the 21st century, when we are so accustomed to instant access to everything, instant this and Keurig that and popcorn in the microwave, and everything is in our, everything we want to know is in the palm of our hands, literally. Who wants to do the groundwork? Who wants to do the early stage research? Who wants to build a community of potential buyers or potential clients? No one. No one wants to do those preliminary steps. And if you don't, then your access to success is going to be highly limited. You've got to put in those preliminary pieces of the process, whatever that is. There's a principle called the 10,000 hour principle, and a lot of musicians will subscribe to this. And that the idea is, if you want to be good at your thing, it's not instantaneous. It's not overnight. You have to go through the process, the 10,000 hours of practice and study and playing, at the small coffee shop before you play at the big coffee shop, before you play, and eventually, you build that client size up, you build that venue size up. So if you're a musician, you start small and you work your way up. You put in the time and the effort. I encountered someone not long ago who wanted to do the YouTube thing, and I said, "So how's it going?" And his response was, he goes, "Well, I made 2 videos and put them up on YouTube, and I only got like 10 views total." I said, "And then what did you do?" And his answer was, he stopped. He didn't want to do the work to promote the videos. He didn't want to tell his friends about it and ask his friends to watch. He didn't want to post it on Facebook or post it on Twitter. He didn't want to do the things he had to do in order to see success. He thought he could just throw a couple of videos up there and, become successful. I have students, obviously, who don't want to put the work in necessary to build the skills that lead to the ability to do the assignment, to get the work done. If you don't want to put the work in, the groundwork in, you'll never be able to reap the rewards. You got to plow the ground, you've got to fertilize the soil, you've got to plant the seeds, You've got to tend the crops and keep the weeds out and make sure that you're growing the plants that you want to grow, and you have to do that all summer long before you can reap the harvest. Before you can harvest the produce, all of those things have to happen. All right, do the work. The first step is to follow the steps, I don't know, something like that. Thank you for watching. I hope this episode was interesting. I hope you maybe learned something. Please share this video with someone else. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, sign up for notifications. I do not know what that gesture is. I don't know, maybe I'm trying to land an airplane or something. See you in the next episode. All right, that's kind of wobbly. Whatever.